Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Okay. So. First things first. Need to put all the Guild Boys down. What up, Sergeant Grass? What up, Turner? Runic? What's going on, guys? My name's Grass. What's up, Tom? How you doing? Turner, I was watching your stream. I watch your stream most nights, to be honest. And I was watching your stream last night. I am gotta be this close to a new member milestone thing. Just every time I log in, I check every night. Hey, Bex. Yeah, everyone jumped in, right? Hey, I ain't complaining. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of this Guild Boys on here. First, before we do anything else, I got sidetracked yesterday. I didn't get any sanding done. So I'm not going to make you guys suffer and watch me sand. All right. So we're going to, I think, start working on the top. So at least I'll be building something, potentially. It's going to be a process to get the top done. So it's not going to get done tonight. But we'll at least have a start. I know nobody wants to watch somebody sand for 2 hours. So I'm putting the Guild Boys on here so that we can see what this does on this piece of curly cherry and curly maple. I'll slap that bad boy down over there. You guys all got notifications tonight. I like it. I like it. All right, so here's where we're at. I just put Guild Boys from here down. This is just tung oil. All right. Now the Guild Boys isn't dry yet, but let's see if it does anything, if it's worth the extra step of putting the tung oil down. All right, which I don't know. It might be. It does look kind of more defined with the tung oil. Right. This section below that line is just Guild Boys. Above that line, it looks more defined from more angles. Right. So it might very well be worth it. The bottom here, this is straight Guild Boys. This is tung oil over Guild Boy, or tung oil down first and then Guild Boys on top. This is just tung oil. Wrote it right here. Tung and Guild Boys, tung, Guild Boys. Did I sand the tung? No, I didn't sand anything. I just applied it. I just wanted to see how it looked. Yeah, the middle does kind of pop more. Hang on, let me turn this around. The middle does seem, so far, the middle looks a lot better. But you can see that it's not dry. You can see that little bit of wet right there. So we'll see by the end of the stream that Gilboy should be cured. And the shimmer does stand out more, I think, than just with just the Gilboys. But this is a very matte finish. Just the tongue oil up there, very matte. I don't really see a whole lot of shimmer going on there comparatively. So we'll see how this works out. We'll set that over here to just be doing its thing. And we are going to work on our top. All right. So what I need is I need a great big square or rectangle of wood that is 30 inches wide by, let's see, I got to be careful because I'm putting an edge around it. So I don't want to go too far over. I'd like it to stick around the 30 by 60 mark. So you know what? We'll just make a 5 foot by 30 foot cut, or 5 foot by 30 inch cut. 5 foot by 30 foot. Good Lord. All right. So to do that, I have wet sawdust over here. Interesting. I don't know where it would have come from. Interesting. I'm going to have to check on that. Of course, it might have been when I came in here with snow all over my boots and it melted, and that's just kind of where it went. All right, so first we're going to move this stuff out of the way. We're going to move. I need to get my piece of plywood out. So for now, we're going to just put that over here. We're going to stand that up over here. All right. Really rather not have those fall over and take my TV out or my internet. Oh, sorry guys. I got to look to make sure that my phone is actually on this Wi-Fi network. Oh, it's not on any Wi-Fi. There we go. All right, got it on the Wi-Fi. I like the shimmer and the shine. Hey, Zyro, Emmanuel, also Sam. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Yeah, I do like the shimmer and shine. Hopefully that shimmer and shine is through the entire top. That's the goal. That's why I'm doing the test, to make sure that it's going to work the way that I want it to work. Because on occasion, things don't work the way I want. Oh, this piece of black walnut has this like rich red stripe right up through it. That's cool. All right, I got some quarter ply pieces. One of those over here. Piece of cardboard I never took out to the bin. It's ridiculously heavy. Oh. Block. Let's see. Gotta get this up the side without either A, fucking it up, or B, knocking everything off my counter. Yeah, I can. All right, we'll put that up here for now. Huh. Got it standing up on end. That's going to fall and make a loud noise later. Scare the shit out of me. All right. Put this stuff back down. Ooh. All right. I'm going to stand this up on end. There we go. I got a pallet over here that I set stuff on so that it is leaning proper. All right. Okay. That all taken care of. Papa, remind me before we get off to show you how to do that in LightBurn. While some fire? Yes, it is, Thomas. Trying to warm it up in here. What's up, SGO? Good goal. All right. So here is what I need to do. I need to cut this piece of plywood down. I have two options. Either run it through the table saw or I do the track saw. I feel like the track saw is the least chance of messing up. So I think what we'll do is we'll throw it up on the table and run it through the track saw. Damn, that's heavy. Or run the track saw through it. Goodness. See this big old crack right here? Like one side's an A side, one side's a D side. Yeah. The other side is a nice side. All right. So we're going to kind of run off of this side. This will be our corner. This will be our corner. All right. So I need my pencil that's over here. 900 number to call. All right. I need 5 feet, 60 inches. We're going to come to here. And the same. Well, that's not going to make much difference. We're going to cut it down to 30 inches wide first. All right. Now, I'm going to put, if I can get to them, I have a couple of like sawhorse things back here and one up there. We're going to use these for support on that strip. Couple of ancient little holder things. Got to be at least 20 years old. So what we're going to do, somewhere around here. Really be nicer if I can actually walk down this side. So let's get this stuff broke down and moved. Sander that I didn't use yesterday like I was supposed to. There. Put that there. That one there. What do I do with my other one? Oh, big old antique damn thing. Oh, I put it over here. I don't know if they're really antique. They sure seem like it. We'll put this one up here. And we'll put this one here in the middle. I'm going to try to look down this and make sure that I miss all the important bits. We should be good. And I put my offcut side on this side so I can actually walk down along with the saw instead of looking like a goofy monkey. That one's gonna go down there. And I put my track saw somewhere. I don't know where. What I put my track saw? A great big saw. Really hard to lose that thing. Oh, I put it back in the box over here. I figured I wasn't going to be using it for a while. And we'll take this little adapter, kind of blow the dust further off to the side. Shoot it off a little further. All right. And my clamps are down here. Most inconvenient location. Oh. And I have an Allen key somewhere. There it is, I believe. Oop. Yep. Hope you all are having a good week so far. An extra little tweak. And there's how to lose it. That's going to be in my way, but we'll deal with that in a moment. All right. I should miss everything but that end one. So I'll have to move that end one a little bit, or shift this whole thing a little bit that way. There. As long as I don't push it, I should be fine. If I do, it's only a worktop. In fact, maybe I'll grab a couple of clamps. Oof, can't reach that. We'll do that. I can't move. Move those out. The only reason I put these under here is so I can use them as a support. Hold this offcut piece, which you guys can't even fucking see. My apologies. Oh, all right, there we go. All right, here's what we're doing. What up, T-Bone? What are we touching? Hey, Colby. We're touching some wood, buddy. Wait for now. Good. Might have a name changer job tonight. Ooh. Love the fireplace on the TV. Hell yeah. We'll try to keep it in frame. Checking on my order. What order? What? Yeah, fucking people. Robert, I'm going to try. All right, we're going to take a few measurements just for peace of mind. I done forgot what that was already. Okay. You know what? We're within the shade. We're going to call that good. Also, 46 minutes to work. It don't matter. What I do want to do is have my cord up here. All right, we're going to give this a run. Gonna deepen that cut a little bit. There we go. My thing was flipped up. The depth stop thing was flipped up. God bless America. I got caught on something here. There we go. That piece is done. Stick that over here for the moment. Put these out of the way for the moment. Oh, I see why I got caught. My side-to-side tensioners, these aren't, I didn't line these up perfectly. There's just enough of a lip coming this way that it caught it. This inside track. That'd be okay. It's still a good cut. All right. Now we don't need them to be this long. We can break it down to break this down to just the one piece. Because we need to cut it here. Now, in case anybody's wondering why I tighten those things back down in this piece, is that way I don't have to worry about the screws falling out ever. I don't ever have to worry that they work themselves loose. There, put that over here. Unclamp that. Unclamp that. We're going to run this. Right here. That I know will miss. I'm not worried about this sliding anywhere. I will, however, remove two of those stands up here to hold on, but now this will supposedly grip the wood, but I don't trust it enough to do that, so it won't slide side to side. I'm going to go ahead and call bullshit. It's just a little foam pad. 5 feet. Okay. Well, it's 2 little foam pads, but still. I mean, if I could move it, it's not doing a whole lot of gripping. So, pardon me. Maybe I'm just stupid and don't know how to use it, which is entirely possible. In fact, it's pretty probable. Oh. Let's grab a couple of these. We'll grab these 2. These 2 ancient ones. supposed to be like little outfeed supports or some nonsense. But they're missing the little caps on the rollers. And they don't really roll very well anyway. They fall over more than they roll. The blue one that I got there is much better. That should balance that. Let's take a couple of sanity measurements. Two and 5/8, right on the dot. Yeah, this side needs to like a 16th, 32nd of an inch off. Probably at the point where it doesn't matter, but we might as well. Like a 32nd off. Let's see if we can't bump this one up just a bit. That's pretty damn close. Hey, Julie, how you doing? Hey, Brian, what's going on, buddy? Can't measure my sand. It's not there, right? Looks good from here, right? Fuck it. Full send. All right. So, clip this into here. There we go. That is that. That is the base of our base for our top. These things can go back. They're not going back in the hole they came out of, but they'll go back there out of the way for now. No longer need those until the top is finished. Using the little track holder pieces here. Slide that over there. How am I doing? Nailed it. All right, this side doesn't matter. Well, we'll probably put this side down just in case somebody looks underneath it. At least I'll see the pretty side. But this side will also probably get painted just for my own peace of mind. So we'll see. Anyway, this is the size of the top right here. Now comes the fun part, and the part that has been stressing me out. Since I picked the lumber up. That's hang on, let me get the lumber for you. What's up, Seawag? Seawag, you're gonna get gone. Unless this is a thing you guys do. That's generally. All right. Get back to my lumber. Now I need to get it out. I forget where it is. It's those pieces right there. Which, of course. Oh, wait. Yeah, because those three are for runic up there. Well, hey, since I got all the way back here, I might as well put those stupid things back here. Probably be a smart idea. Might just drop that. Probably didn't matter anyway. All right, give me 1 second. I'm behind you guys. I'm not going to bother moving the camera so you can see this side of the shop. You guys know what it looks like. It looks terrible. All right. I just need to pull out a couple of other pieces so I can get to the pieces that I want, which are these ones. Ooh. I don't know how I'm going to make that look pretty, but we're going to figure it out. Then I need one more piece in the back here. Which is a very curly, oof, I think it's long. Almost took the camera out. Very curly piece of cherry. You guys can see that curl in that thing, but hey, Pilato, what's going on, buddy? Don't touch Runic's wood. Yeah, oh, Seawag was worthless. Never seen that one before. Never seen what one? Oh, Seawag? The name sounds familiar. I feel like he's 12. But in my old age, I just generally assume everybody's 12. Unless, you know, you've given me reason to not think that you're 12. All right, I got to put some more pieces of wood back up on my rack. Runic, I really like your pieces of wood better than mine. I'm just saying. Your pieces might not match the pictures. Due to no fault of my own. Just, you know, wood just naturally changes color. It's weird. Changes color, changes grain pattern. All right. I promise I'm almost ready here. I'm almost ready. All right. Getting shit put back so I at least have room to work. All right. So now we know the size that we're working with, which is this piece here. My idea is this. I take this, run a strip down each side. Okay. Take this one, hopefully rip it in half and mirror it. That would be ideal. Let me measure this and make sure I can. Oh, my tape measure is way over there. Ooh, tripping over an extension cord. Oh, goodness. Huh. All right. 12 several times. 12 times 3 plus 3. Oh, there's more. I didn't even watch the display case video. Hell yeah. All right. Let's see. Hopefully I have enough that I can do this. Oh, you know what? That's 60 inches. I could probably take it down to 59. It'll be 118. Damn, I can't double this one up. Fuck. Damn, that's a pretty one, too. This one I can double up easily. Okay. I don't like that side near as much. Trying to see if I can see the curl in this one. This one is much lighter curl than this piece here. And definitely less than that outside piece. But this one, key bit is this mineralization, which I don't know if you can see it, all those dark spots down it. So I think what I'll do is I'll put this in the middle. And I'll double this one up, put one on each side. Since I've already committed to giving Runic those two really nice pieces. Put one here, and then flip this over to the other side. And border it on both sides with this. So make sure I've got enough material here before I go crazy cutting it. Oh, yeah, I got plenty. I'll end up sacrificing some of this curly cherry or ripping down this piece. I'm not going to sacrifice the curly cherry. I'm not going to sacrifice that. That will stay full width. We'll mirror it. We'll put this on either side, this in the center, and if I have to, I will, to account for size, for thickness, I'll cut this one down. This mineralized one. Now, it does line up with that grain fairly well. I don't want it to look like one solid top. That's not the idea. Like it's one big piece of wood. The idea is kind of the farmhouse tabletop style, right? So you can see that it's obviously different pieces of wood, but I want to carry a theme. Not a theme. I want to carry the visually, I want it to carry through. So ideally, it'd be another piece of this, which I have two up there, but they're spoken, and skip this piece. But or two pieces of this with a strip of this down the middle. Oh, it'd be curly, curly, figured, not so curly, but figured, and then or this stuff, and then mirror this both sides. Ideally, that'd be the case. But we are going to make this right around 1/4 of an inch shorter than this base. And we're going to use that 1/4 of an inch thickness of or piece of this base sticking out. We're going to put a groove in our edging so that we can attach our edging directly to the plywood and not worry about it coming off. Put a little dado around to accept it. We'll pin it, glue it. Miter the corners, obviously, so it looks nice. And I have curly cherry up there to use for the corners or the sides. I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's what we're going to do. Consuming your live stream much easier. Hell yeah. $12 times 5.6. $27. Scared to have a real fire in your wood workshop. I mean, no, but I don't need to have one. Also, that heater over there is fire. So I'm just saying. And it's real close to my wood. What up, Bubba? All right. Get busy living. Yeah. All right. So we're going to take the prettiest piece of this. You know what? That may actually blend in better. That side. As opposed to this side. This side has more figure to it. Kind of sticks out. But you know what? That's a pretty side. I'm going to use that side. So we're going to end up taking, since I can only get one out of this, it kind of opens up. I could do two if I increase the width of my border. Which probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. If I increased my width of my border. Hang on, let me think this through. We have 114, so that's what, 70? No, that's 140. That's 67 inches. No, that's not right. 57 inches. 57 inches would be half. That would mean if I increased my border width from about 1/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches, I could rip this in half. Let's see. Would 1.5 inch border look good? Let's see. Do I have 1.5 inch wide piece of wood? That's convenient. This poplar, 2 strips of this is 1.5 inches. Hmm. So it'd probably be about a 2 inch wide because it would hang over about a 1/2 inch to drop down, cover up the edge of the plywood and the edge of the grain. Hmm. 2 inch. Oh, we're looking at the 1.5 inch first. 1.5 inch border wouldn't be bad. And it sure would give it more strength, so it wouldn't be ripped off all the time. And it'll be cherry, so it's not like it won't blend in. And then I could do both of this with a piece of this in the center. Cut this down in size as need be. Mirror this half over here, ripping this down. Do I have the width? Let me see. I'm what, 30 inches, but if I take 3 inches off, that puts me at 27. Damn. You know what? I might skip this piece altogether. So if I go with 27, that means I need 13.5 inches. And these are 12 3/4. So I would need 3/4, 3/4, another 1.5 inch strip. I could run a strip of curly cherry right down the center. Or just take a piece of this and rip it down and run it down the center. We're going to see how this plays out. Leave that 1/8 inch alone. Piece of walnut. Nah, I don't want to run walnut down it. I'll stick this wood. No, let's see. I don't want to run a piece of black walnut down the center. It's going to be too different. It's going to be far, far different. It's not going to carry the same warmth as the cherry. But I've got plenty of curly cherry. And if I was going to run something down the center, it would be another closed grain like maple. I wouldn't use open grain wood like black walnut. Well, let's see. Let's see what. Yeah, I got curly maple up here. Do I have a long enough straight? Yeah, I do. Back there. Damn it. All right, we're going to. That's the strip I need too. All right, we're gonna do this. I'll just use this as a filler. Pardon me. Could run a strip of curly maple down the center. It wouldn't be a stark contrast, at least until the cherry ages. Then you're gonna have this strip of white wood right down the center. Hmm. It would save me the hassle of trying to line up the grain on this piece so that it looks more uniform. Hmm. Bernick, you still in here? Oh, you guys can't really see it on camera. I don't want to increase the width of my edge too much. I think an inch and a half is already a lot higher than I would have preferred. I mean, doing this, how wide is my curly maple? Well, that one's definitely long enough. That one's more than 5 feet. And 6 inches wide. So I can make it. I can use that curly maple to, but it's not going to have the character of the mineralized cherry. But this piece doesn't really match this piece. It's less curl on this piece, less figure, more just mineralization. This has much more figure, way more curl. This is definitely the prettier piece between these two. And then this piece is a given just because of the quality of that curl. I don't know if I could go with black walnut down the center. I don't think it would look good. I really don't. And it's open grain. Open grain is, I mean, there's black walnut. And there's maple. I think I would much rather go with maple. Oh, the plywood substrate is just pine. It's just what I'm attaching the cherry top to give me more control over its expansion and contraction and boost the thickness so I can use these pieces without doubling them up. Yeah, I think the maple would look a lot better. It's not such a stark contrast. Hmm. You know what? I'm going to do it planning on using a strip of maple down the center, of curly maple, right? Much like this one. If I can get the curl to show up. There's no finish on this. Using a strip of curly maple. Maple wouldn't mind though. I'm going to plan on using this. Ultimately, I still have this piece here that I can kind of strip out of and use it to fill. But I'm going to cut these down, these two down, with the intention of using the maple. A couple more. I think the maple will look better. I really do. Unless I had a really nice piece of black walnut, and even then, it's such a stark contrast. Like, I like the idea of contrast most of the time, but in this particular instance, we're going to put this piece back. Put that up there. Slide it down so it's more balanced on that. We're going to give this a cut right in the center. I'm not concerned with the edges or the ends yet. It will square them up just by taking a super thin trim over them. But that will likely be once everything is set or glued up, because the top is going to be dowel pinned and glued together, and then the entire thing will be attached to this piece of plywood with adhesive, and then a couple of screws from the bottom side. So let's get this marked and cut in half. We'll use the chop saw, obviously. I have a tape measure somewhere. There it is. So let's say maybe 50, no, 57. Give me about 1/8 of an inch over. Check my measurements here. Yep. All right. So we're gonna drop it to 57 1/16. Oh, it gives me a little tiny bit of wiggle room. No, blade thickness on that is going to be 1/8 of an inch. So we're going to cut it right here. We're going to leave the line. That should give me perfect. Right in between those two. Beautiful. All right, let's get this piece measured to match. This one I have a little bit more leeway on because this one's about a foot longer. Maybe a little more. So I want to find good section. Not like that side. We're going to stick with this side. We're going to line that up with the edge. And then we're going to come up, oh, just a little bit. Give me a little extra wiggle room. And cut it here. And then we'll cut it off about here. That should give me a little bit of extra wiggle room on these two pieces to trim up. It'll give me some tiny bit of wiggle room on this piece. See you, Pilata. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. Let me get some stuff ready to use the chop saw. These are very long pieces. I'm not currently set up for very long pieces. This. Slide that whole table over there, and we'll turn you guys so you can watch me slam into shit. The fire will return momentarily. Remember that whole thing we were talking about flat surfaces acquiring shit? Behold, my flat surface, my horizontal surface. 'Tis acquiring shit. Particularly mid-project. Man. Let's see if I can do this. That works. Oh, here we go. I'll just beat that around a little bit. Yeah, much more gooder. I like that. I'll spray this with some alcohol. Then once I have the, oh, you guys can't even see what the hell I'm doing. Sorry, I'll spray once I have the pieces laid out. I'll spray it with some rubbing alcohol, so you guys can at least get a general idea. Well, we're committed to this now. I think. I think that'll look okay. Need to do some edging, but all right. Get that put back there. All right. We'll give you guys a preview here. All right. I'm going to move this. Got the step stool in case I need to get something off the top shelf back here on the lumber rack. Let's move this. All right, there's without the There's without the maple in it. All right. Still not sure I'm going to do maple, but I'll see if I can't get a good picture or a good interpretation, idea, something. Whatever. Words are hard. Okay. I'll spray it all with some rubbing alcohol. Fill my spray bottle up. Hopefully, you guys will be able to see this kind of pop. What do you think? Oh, you know what I can do? This. Nobody wants to look at my ugly face. What do you think? And then hopefully the curl will kind of follow around. We'll be able to see from multiple angles. The curl in those two side pieces of cherry, that curl is ridiculous. And the lower you get, the more aggressive it looks. Like looking at it from up here, which is about my eye height. And this is actually about the height that this will be. Right? So this is pretty much how somebody my height will see this. What do you think? What's up, Sean? Yeah, I'm just working on a bigger one now. No, Bex, this is not a cutting board. Don't go giving her any ideas. This is not made for cutting. But covering it with flour, 100%. That's its purpose. Wait, go to our height? Hang on. Hang on. Let me spray it with some more. All right. So we're going to look at this from the Chaos Twins height. Now, they'd probably be, probably about here. So this is how the Chaos Twins will see it. Not near as good as the tall people will, or normal height people. You know, so it looks way better up here. But, you know, when you're looking across it from about their height, it might actually look pretty good. Still pretty. Now, it's the only Dan's doing. So, hmm. Now I could or I could skip the strip of maple down the center. But if I did that, I would have to increase the width of my sides, my edging, which I don't really want to do. So that would put me, without running any jointing over this, that would put my edge at, I mean, I'd be under 2.5 inches. I'd be sitting right around 2.25 inches, give or take, after doing the jointing. It's not that bad. Thanks, Scuba Steve. You think cherry in the middle? Yeah. I think you might be right. Seeing it sort of how the finish is going to be, or how it's going to look after the finish is applied. I don't know that I want to do anything but cherry. Maple will be a very stark contrast. So will oak or a black walnut. Like this would be the maple. That would be that's a hell of a strip. That's a hell of a contrast. So I think we're going to go with cherry in the middle. I think it's the only thing that makes sense. Hi, Steph. Take it up. You don't like the maple? Steph, did you see the walk around? Here's the walk around. Start at this end. Ignore the glare. I can only do so much. This is the other end. Now, it won't look glossy like this. That won't be the way it looks. It'll be more of a matte, semi-gloss finish. But that curl in these two side pieces, that is insane. And the figure in these two center pieces. So I think we have to go with cherry. It's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense. Now, do I run a strip of curly cherry? It's not as curly as these pieces down the center, or do I use a piece of that mineralized cherry? You know what? I'm going to go with the mineralized. You know what? That's good. It's fine. I'll run a strip of that mineralized right down the center. So it'll open this up a little bit, gives it a divider so it'll look more like both sides match. Two more pieces of the curly stuff for the whole top. It'd be all wiggly. Yeah. So here's the thing, Steph. I don't see this at the lumberyard very often. It's good. So I think this will. I think it'll be fun. I think we'll be all right. I'll open this up. And I will cut a strip to fill that out of the nicest section of that mineralized cherry. And this will sit about here. That's about even. So this has to come in. It's not going to be a very big piece, but I can play with it. It'll be about there, give or take. So it's not going to be a very wide piece, which I think is going to be okay for this. Having that third piece of wood in there. What is mineralized? It is this. So you see all these dark spots in the cherry here? Those aren't holes or anything. That's mineralized. It's some mineral that the cherry picked up that darkened these spots. You can kind of see the curl in this. These aren't as curly, but all the wiggles. Tell them you need to see it more. Yeah. It's it's not exactly that. It's not exactly how it works, Steph, but you know what? I'll tell him. I'll tell him. I might actually put in a standing order for an entire 10-foot section of log of mineralized curly. Yeah, that's what those dark specks are. Now the other piece I have has way more of the dark specks, and I just put it up, but I can pull it down. Maybe. Nah, we'll leave it. The other piece I have of this, it doesn't have as much figure as these two pieces do, and it has almost no curl, but it has a lot of the dark spots throughout it. You go in and tell them. Sure, Steph. Go ahead. You go tell them to go hunt for a mineralized curly cherry. Put age spots on your countertop. Purple heart. Fuck off. I just had strip of purple heart. It cost me a small fortune to get it shipped in. Being 5 feet long. And then it'll come in looking like a pretzel. Yeah. I can live with a small strip. I can live with a small strip. I'm really glad that I decided to go with widening my edge treatment to accommodate this particular piece. I think that was a good idea. But it's for Steph. We don't have age spots. We're mineralized. It's going to be a thing now. I know it. So as this is drying, you can sort of see turn it around. So you can sort of see how these spots, they're kind of streaks running through the grain, right? And then you get spots like this, right? But you get streaks running through the grain. That's mineralization. It's just it's like what makes purple poplar have the purple color. Or well, I presume flaming alder. She deserves purple heart. No. She has purple heart on a little cutting board that I made her out of all exotic woods. I don't think there's any local woods in that little cutting board. Okay. Look at that. It's 8:30. We have successfully started our countertop. On Thursday, we'll do the jointing, the doweling. We're not sending any of this through the planer. We are going to dowel it, glue it, and then sand the ever-loving piss out of it. That's what's going to happen. You're stirring the pot. I'm aware. Everybody in my chat's a bunch of pot stirrers trying to get me in trouble. Why isn't there pink poplar? The red poplar does kind of got a pink hue to it, but I don't see that around here very often. All the things wiggles. Are you guys calling these two pieces the wiggles or these edge pieces the wiggles? Big rain on that shot on these two edge pieces. So I was digging through the lumber pile and I came across this board just buried in the back, tucked behind a bunch of other crap. Wiggles, not curly. All right, fine. But this piece was well hidden back there. I'm surprised that nobody else had come across it. But I got it, so I'm really happy. That's a really nice piece. Also, that board cost me like $40. Fucking ridiculous. Chaos terms great. My bad. I was not aware that we were renaming things. So, you guys want to see this now that it's pretty well dry? Give it a quick wipe. Get any sawdust off of it. All right. Okay, starting from the top. Tongue oil only. I can get under a light here. Well, at least partially in a light. So from here up, just tongue oil, pure tongue oil, right? You got a nice, pardon me, a nice shimmer. The center is tongue oil and Gilboys. All right. And then the bottom is just Gilboys, which there's a distinct line here. There's a distinct color difference when looking at it this way. It's got the shine. I mean, it still has a shine. But I think I'm going to go with this because it does darken the wood. And it does bring out the chatoyancy. Trying to get it so you can see the shine. Cherry naturally has chatoyancy. See how this is kind of shiny? Cherry naturally looks like that. So I don't know if I can't get this piece to, oh, there you go. There. It naturally has some shimmer to it. Maybe I needed to turn it around this way the entire time. Yeah, we're going to go with this. We're going to do tung oil and top it with hard wax oil for the wear resistance. I don't like that at all. We're going to put this back over here. I like that placement of it better. I just wanted to see something, and I decided I didn't like it. Is it worth it of getting a bandsaw in your working shop? Listen, I don't use that bandsaw very often. It's worth getting, right? I'm glad that I have it. But I broke the blade on it like, I don't know, 2 months ago doing a stupid cut. And I haven't even put one of my other blades on it. All right. And I haven't used it in that time. Now, I'm not doing anything that requires a bandsaw. I'm not resawing. I'm not doing a whole lot of curve cutting. The last time I really used that was when I built the bassinet. That was the most that I used it, but I was doing curve cuts through thick pieces of material. And in that instance, when I was sawing through, 3/4, 2 1/4 inches of material, the bandsaw was invaluable. I wouldn't have been able to do the same thing without it. I mean, I could have. It would have been a lot more work and very much not worth it. But what up, Mike? But yes, if you can pick one up off of like Marketplace or something that's a good bandsaw, snatch it up for a good price. Go for it. Yeah, we are going to joint, dowel, and glue this top together. And then try to force it into submission, attaching it to the substrate, this plywood substrate, and then sand the ever-loving piss out of it to make it nice and buttery smooth. But we're only going to go to 220. So. And after I do the tung oil, I'll probably go over it with a white Brillo pad to clean it up real good, make it nice and smooth again. You guys sit and watch that. We're done woodworking for the night. I'm gonna go clean all the crap out away from that door and step outside for a minute. So watch the fire. Look at the pretty wood. Here. What up, coffee? All right, look at the pretty wood. God damn, that looks pretty on camera. All right, be right back. Damn, it smells like cheap vodka in here. Smells like cheap vodka in here. Holy cow. All right. Yellow. I like that yellow circle is now is part of your normal emojis. So here's the thing. When I first pulled these pieces out, I sent video of them to Runic. And after I sent video of them to him, he didn't respond real fast. And I had already pulled him out, put him over against the wall on my pile. And the lady behind the counter up there, she asked me what I was going to be doing with them because they looked real pretty. And I told her that I sent a picture of them or a video of them to Runic, or a buddy of mine. And I was like, I really should have not done that because now I want to use the whole thing on this top. So she wants pictures of it, which I'm going to show off pictures of it because I think it's going to look gorgeous. What up, woodchucker? How you doing, buddy? I think it's going to look smexy. Pardon me. Damn, that curl jumps right out at you. But Jugger, I'm not doing too bad, buddy. This is what the top is. What kind of wood? That is cherry. curly cherry on the outsides. This big piece here, and this big piece here. And these are curly mineralized cherry. Sorry, you can see some of the curl here. Mineralized means it has dark streaks and dark spots in it, kind of sporadically throughout. You can see some of those dark spots down here, up there, streaks over here. She wants pictures of the top. That's going to be the top of our Baker's Island. Part of it's there. Part of it's behind me. We're going to do an edge strip all the way around it, a picture frame, if you will, of curly cherry. And we're going to add a strip in the middle here to push these out. A little bit of strip of mineralized cherry. Similar to these, but with that less figure, more mineralization. God damn. Fucking words are hard today. Although I tell you what, this, since I've been spraying this rubbing alcohol on this top here, the shop smells like cheap vodka. Oh, it is. It's both making me thirsty and giving me terrible flashbacks at the same time. But all right, we are going to have about time for me to finish this one and have another one. Cheap vodka with no regrets. I think you always have regrets when you drink cheap vodka. I think it always leads to terrible decisions and regret. And I'm talking like Vlad cheap. Like Vlad cheap vodka. Like it. It's just straight up terrible. But do you need the vodka to get there? I mean, I've been known to make poor decisions completely sober, so all right. So we're gonna have this beverage. I'm gonna finish this one, have another one, and then we're gonna call it a night. So now is the time for shooting the breeze and admiring my wood. Steph doesn't like the white in the middle, huh? It would be a very big contrast. It would look better if I was doing curly maple framing. Hmm. The maple would hold up a lot more than the cherry would. Maple's harder than cherry, especially hard maple. But we're going to put anyway. Sound right? Too much contrast. Hard maple is taking a little too far. Such is the way things work here, Caleb. It's after 8 o'clock. Things tend to get a little rich. We're going to go with rich. Just encourage it. Now, what I will have to do when all glued up and done, and I do my trimming, I will have to make this perfectly square. I'm going to have 90-degree corners all the way around so that my picture frame doesn't have gaps, right? I don't want it to be tight up here and have an eighth of an inch gap down here, and then tight down here, but have an eighth of an inch gap on this side, right? So it has got to match the shape of, it's got to match the squareness of this piece of plywood here. Gotta trim to see the wiggles best. Oh, Papa, when you come back, I'll show you how to import images into LightBurn. Right, let me get my computer. But yes, I agree. It is too much. It is, the maple in there is far too much contrast. Excuse me. This thing is super slow when it's not plugged in. Number 51. Hails, yeah. What up, mainly? Been surfing lives, dropping legs. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Oh, good. It updated. Thanks, Windows. I appreciate these updates every 5 fucking minutes. I get to sit here and click, no, I don't want your stupid bullshit. Not interested in your nonsense. God damn, this thing is slow when it's on battery power. I thought I had it set to... Nope, skip that. My phone's already connected to my computer. Nope, I said skip. Any day now. Decline. Decline. Fucking... Nope. Go to desktop. I don't need your stupid nonsense, Microsoft. All right, let's get LightBurn opened up. Make sure I have this set to... All right, power settings on battery. Yeah. Let's go best performance on battery. I don't care if the battery lasts. I very rarely take it out of the shop anyway. Speed that processor up. It's a project I have on the table. This is the top, part of the top. That's going to be for the kitchen island. That's the drawer box for it. We've got all the framing pieces done. We just have to start assembly. But I didn't want to bore you guys with sanding all night long. So we got the top layout figured out. Also, good evening, Kat. All right. If you want to see an idea of what the top will look like, it hasn't smelled like cheap vodka in here for a while. We can do this again. That's an idea of what the top will look like with finish on it. I do like making the wiggles. Look at those two pieces of cherry. That piece there and that piece there. Those two edge pieces of curly cherry are more phenomenal than I thought they would be. They are amazing looking. I'm here for the wiggles. Cheap vodka finish. What's up, Woodlot? Also, hello, Jesse. It's all going to be on live stream. Hell yeah, Checker. Hell yeah. Runic might not get his wiggles. Need to find 2 more wiggle planks. Are you guys talking about these 2 in the middle with the figure? Like the green that goes all crazy? Or these 2 on the ends? He wiggled on his wet top. I don't have the ones that Runic is getting match this center boards. All right. I mean, I can get more of the curly cherry, but I feel like doing a whole top out of that. I mean, it would be gorgeous. I mean, I could do a whole top out of that. That would be so busy. It would be so busy. I don't know if I can get that curly. This, you can see how like the curl, some of it goes this way, some of it goes this way. To slow down the cracking, so I would say you can use anything like latex paint would work, wax works. I don't know about live edge sealer. I've never used that. When I want to stop a slab from cracking, I'll paint the ends. I'll just grab some cheap latex paint. Like I used to have a can of it here. Just like when you go to the store, they got some mist-tinted paint that somebody didn't like. They sell it for a couple of bucks. That's the stuff I grab, and I just paint the end. Now, if it's a finished piece, any sort of sealer should take care of it. Slows down the cracking. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, then it should work fine. So what you're really doing is, so wood is a bunch of straws, right? And water will pour out of the ends of those straws. So it's drying on the ends faster than it's drying further in. So the wood shrinks and it cracks, right? I've got a couple of slabs back there that are doing the same thing. So what you're doing by painting it is sealing the ends and allowing the wood to evaporate through the edges, the face, the sides. That's where you'd prefer it, because then it dries in a more even pace, and it'll shrink, but it won't crack as bad. It won't check. $30 board feet of chestnut, reclaimed chestnut. Fucking do it, Woodlot. Chestnut is gorgeous. If it's American chestnut is gorgeous wood. All right, Papa. Yeah, no problem, Chucker. No problem, buddy. All right, Papa, you want to see how to import a file? Let's see what my phone's at. Oh, we're at 100%. A few minutes to bring you down here. All right. So I'm assuming that your LightBurn will look like mine. Oh, hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, 3-pounder. Does it matter if there's zip? Yeah, you're gonna have to unzip them first. So what I do is I put everything I'm going to use right here on my desktop. All right. Or I'll put it in a special folder, right? Like I've got these here are all LightBurn projects. These are LightBurn projects. Anyway, so you'll unzip it to a folder, and then you'll go up here. Try to zoom in here and get this out of the glare. All right, you go up here. This icon is a new. It clears everything out. Starts a new one. This one is open. This little folder here. So you click on that. It brings up. Mine's set to my desktop. So here, we'll bring up the new logo. Come down here, change this from LightBurn files to image files. There. Pops it right in here. And then I can select it, resize it. Right. Now, say I want that one smaller, and I want to add an image to this. So I'd go to this file here, which is import. All right. So let's say I want to import my monogram. All right. This hasn't been resized yet or anything. But now I've added 2 images to my same workspace here. Do you have to do each one individually? Well, let's find out. I've never tried to bring in multiples at a time. So let's go to open. We'll go to my logo. Change this to all supported. All right. And we will shift click. Click. No, you have to bring in one at a time. Now, if we do the import, shift click will bring in multiples, but it's going to come from the top down. It's going to come between whichever 2 you select. So let's whoops. Let's get rid of these 2. We're going to import both of these. All right. So here's this one. And underneath it is the other one. So it always puts them right in the center. All right. So let's make that one smaller. Click that one. So importing, you can bring in multiples, but opening the folder icon, you can only bring in 1. And then, I don't know if you know this, but if you left click and drag up, you get a green box. That is going to select everything that green box touches, right? If you left click and pull down, you get a red box. And it only selects things that are fully inside that red box. Like, see, neither one of these is inside that red box. It selected nothing. Yeah, open one, import the others. Right? So I can I can drag this down, and I only get the one image, right? Because I didn't fully encompass this image. That is a very handy way for dragging. If you've imported a file that's got a bunch of layers and it hasn't been grouped yet, which is this icon right here, you select them and then group it, and then it moves as one. If there haven't been grouped and you want to move the entire thing, you got to put it in the green square. If you only want to remove a little bit of it, just put it in the red square, and then you'll only move the stuff that's fully inside of it. How do you save them? You go to this icon right here. It says save. And then here, let's import no background. We'll do this one. All right, so we'll make this I don't know, 5 inches. Okay. Now, because I have this lock on, it locks the aspect ratio. So if you change the width, it automatically matches with the height and vice versa. All right. And then let's say, I want this rotated, I don't know, 36 degrees. All right. And then I go up here, hit save, and it has saved it as EWC main teal, no background. And mine used to save down here, but I guess not. Probably saved it into my new logo folder. Right there. Anytime you save with LightBurn, you get that icon, the LightBurn logo. Right there. Sorry, I didn't realize that was so buggy or so blurry. Right? So you get that LightBurn logo, it doesn't save over your original file unless it was already a LightBurn file that you opened up. Then you're just going to rewrite over that save. Now, I don't want that file, so we're going to delete that. Oh, saved to your art library. Okay. So I want this. I want to go back to there. I want this logo to be dang it. I want this logo to be 3.5 inches in width. Okay. Then I'm going to select, it's selected. Okay. Ooh. Try to zoom out a little bit without it going all crazy. So you go down here to your art library, click new. You can, if you already have a folder for it, you can go through there. But just click new. And then put it in whatever folder you want it named as. All right. Now we're going to put it in my logos folder. Is that my logos? That's my board butter. All right. So we're going to put it in that folder. Okay. So you can select this stuff and transport it right out. And we're going to put this right in here. Wait, hang on a second. Import. No, that's not what I want. Oh, I know. I have a file that is LightBurn library files. Okay. And then I scroll through, I find the name of my file, right? So I've got art library files right here. We've got client names, random nonsense. Go through here, elegant woodcraft. That's me. Click that. And that should save it. Did not. No. Why is it not? Oh, oh, I know. Okay, I didn't load it. Okay, click that. Open. There. So that's loaded. New. Elegant woodcraft. We're gonna call this. Fuck, I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, wait. Add graphic to project. So that was this. I don't want to add graphic to project. I want to save a new file. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. It's been so long since I saved a file. Save. Do you want to replace it? No. Oh, all right. Hang on. EWC new. Save. EWC new. Load. Go back here. Find EWC new. Open. Where's it at? Where'd it go? Right here's my folder. Oh, wait. I don't want that. Damn. Hang on. I'm going to have to think about this because I can't remember. Can't remember what the hell I was doing. Oh. I created a new folder, but I didn't save that to this folder. Is it a drag and drop? No. Oh, goodness. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, man. I save files every day. Well, this is different. This is you're saving it into LightBurn, so it's always here. You're never reloading it. Like I have all of these things that are available to me. I've got laser grids, got, Halloween stuff, Christmas stuff, flowers, more flowered letters, more flowered letters. I got the states. Lightburn prefers JPEGs. JPEGs. Hang on. Open. It prefers LightBurn files, LightBurn 2 files, .mage. All supported is .ai, .pdf, .sc, .dxf, .gc, G-code, NC. Like there's this whole list here. All right. JPEG, JPG, PNG. Like there's bitmaps. There's a ton. And then you have the vector files, which are the ones that you can infinitely resize without, if you blow up a picture real big, it gets pixelated, but a vector file won't. The file I'm trying to save, it saves it into LightBurn itself as a, let's see. It saves it as a .lbart file. I have to do it twice? It's been so long. So long. It should have showed up here. It should be right here. And it'll save everything. It'll save your cut. Like your like this is a Christmas ornament, right? It's set up as a cut file. I don't understand what I'm doing. I can't. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna figure it out. I'll figure it out and I'll Snapchat you. Can I move it to where it doesn't work? What do you mean? Like that? Move it off the grid? If you move it off the grid, it won't do anything. It won't send it to the laser. This is where I build everything and then I transfer it to the grid. Right click. No. Oh my goodness. It's so fucking easy. I mean, obviously I've done it a bajillion times. I just don't remember what the hell I was doing. You know what? We have Google right here. How to save a library, art library. It's going to be something stupid. Create a new library with a new button, given a name and location, then add your graphics by dragging them in or use an import graphic from project. Son of a bitch. All right, so here's EWC new. Oh, duh, right there. Import graphic from project. Got fucking button light up. Full logo. There it is. Look at that. I must not have had it selected. Yeah, if it's not selected, import graphic from project is not here. And then I can select that, add graphic to project, or just double tap. And as you can see, it saves its position. How do you save it from here? I don't understand what you mean, how to save it from here. Like this is saved to LightBurn. This every time you open up LightBurn, that's going to be there. You don't have to save anything. If it's in there, it's in there. Like all these are just in there. Really, I can't drag my. Save it after you import from project. No, you just watched me import this from the project, and there it is. It's there. So you go to Art Library, create a new folder. Okay. Name your folder. Right. You're going to get that window. Name your folder. Put it in where the rest of your Art Library folders are. Right. Like I said, I have a folder just for my library files. Name it. And then it'll pop up here. Okay. It'll pop up under the Art Library side. And then select it. I don't have my pointer. You select it. Import graphic from project. Or select the logo that you have in there and add graphic to project. Hey, Suzanne. All right, Caleb, have a good one, buddy. Like once you import it in here, it saves it automatically. There's no saving that you have to do. Like, or I'll. LightBurn automatically saves changes to the LBART file. You can use the save button for explicit backups if you want. Well, we'll start it again. Okay, so this is a brand new one. We'll go down here, Elegant Woodcraft New. There's my logo. Imported. Now, if I change this, all right, let's say I make it bigger and I cock it to its side. Now, if I want to add import graphic from project, it's going to override the one that I have here because that's the one that's highlighted. Always happy to help you out anytime. Like as you see, it's been so long since I've done some stuff that I don't remember. Like I haven't saved a library project in a long time because not a lot of my stuff is most of my stuff is one-offs. Now I've got terabytes of stuff. Oh, you guys aren't even looking. I've got terabytes of stuff on the network drive. And I just leave it there because if I loaded all that into LightBurn, it would be a mess. Oops, sorry. All right. You guys are going to get about 10 more minutes out of me. Before that, I'm going to go step outside. Suzanne, do you want to see what the top is going to look like? Well, fairly close. I just like making my wood wet. That's a fair approximation. Wet wood wiggles better. All right, you guys look at that. I'm gonna step outside for a minute. BRB. All right. Let's turn off the mic before you go outside. I left my hat in here. All right. What's that smell? That's cheap vodka, also known as rubbing alcohol. Damn, it is potent in here. Looks great. Thanks, Suzanne. Hopefully, it'll look even better with the proper finish on it. Give it a little chatoyancy and shine. I'm going to spend a lot of time sanding it. So here's my thing. I'm really partial to Gilboys. Really partial to Gilboys. But this was Gilboys with nothing else on it. And this was Gilboys over top of tung oil, pure tung oil. And I think the tung oil adds to the Gilboys shine. Nice contrast. Thank you. Pardon me. Hand planing it? Hand planing what? This or your top? Your top, I mean, you can get some pretty cool stuff from a hand plane. Some nice patterns and things if you really want. Other than that, if you've got a machine planer that it'll go through or a sander, I mean, I'd just go with that. But I'm not a hand tool guy, so I'm more of a I have electricity and I'm going to use it guy. So I'm a big fan of electricity. Mr. Fancy Pants. I've got the tools that'll do the work for me. You know, it's like all those people that have it's like all those people that use CNCs, you know. real woodworker if you don't use hand tools. Hey, some of my tools I need to use my hands to operate. All right. I'm doing good. This is only my second one tonight. I'm gonna have a third one. Damn, not Roy. Yeah, he's so giggity. Damn. Listen, I had to use my hands to click the start button on the laser. That makes it a woodworker tool, right? Makes it a hand tool. Then go over it again. Oh, you mean like when you do the glue up? So here's what I normally do. Like a hand plane would probably work out really good for that, right? Like if I'd glued this up and it was all cattywampus like it is now, I would have to use a electric planer or something to take it down. But usually I can keep my tops, my panels within standing distance of each other. Like this one I'm going to be putting dowel pins in for location, right? For making sure everything stays on the same plane. And so I should be well within sanding distance of this one. And I'm only using the dowels because A, I want a little extra strength, and B, you can see that some of them are twisted a little bit, and I don't want to fight with that. So I'm going to let the dowels take care of that for me. Unless you move to the hard stuff, you're out for the night. 3 shots in, contemplating scotch on the rocks. Ain't nothing wrong with some good scotch. I don't have any scotch out here. I got scotch in the house, though. Always a bottle of scotch behind the bar. Almost always. Sometimes it's empty. I love scotch tape. It's great tape. Now, alignment is a big thing. So if you've got something like a biscuit joiner or even a simple dowel, I got one around here somewhere. I've used it before. Pardon me. I don't know where it's at, but I have one. Here it is. Look. Even something simple like this to put dowel pins in. That'll help you line up. That'll help you with your alignment, assuming that you leave everything in the face is always this side, etc. Clears and pretty colors. I don't remember what the other bottles are in. Yeah, we're going to be hopping off here very shortly. I'm going to have another drink and then I'm done for the night. Because I've got to go eat dinner, let the dog out. That's set at 70 and you're freezing. Of course you are. Although it may just be military special. 5th cup of Marine Corps sludge. Nice. That's the second stupidest thing I've seen tonight. So some hotels, you can adjust the thermostat, but it won't actually do anything with the heater. Like they have the heater capped at a certain temperature, right? Or it won't go above or below a certain temperature. Preheating as we speak. Here, Steph, do you want to borrow my 12-volt blanket that I've never used? It's fuzzy. It's also covered in dust because, well, it's been in the shop. Take a sip and it all sticks together. It's a 12-volt electric blanket. I mean, I don't know who the fuck you are, but how about you go away? Not the Snuggie. I think it's capped at 70. It might be capped for less than that. There's a USB outlet. I mean, there was in my hotel, right on the little nightstand table where the phone is. There's USB plugs right there. I don't know how much amperage it draws, but most USBs in well, hell, I don't even know if it's USB. It might be a 12-volt outlet. Those usually have 20 amp plugs on them. Oh, never mind. It's a 12-volt outlet. They got 20 amp fuses on them. Most of them, 15 to 20 amp fuses. In the table lamps also. Yeah, in the table lamps. Like from 2019 as USB. It does not. It does not. I can put a USB on it, but I'll probably burn the USB up. Although now that I think about it, I don't think a USB has enough power to run a heated blanket. Because they're capped at like what, 2.5 amps on USB A. Looking at 2.5 amps max at 5 volts, maybe 9 if you're lucky. You're pushing real thin wires. Fast charger USB, hell yeah. So there's I was toying with the idea of building myself some nightstands and putting wireless chargers in them, and then I hopped on Amazon and I seen some really cool ones that have a locking drawer for handheld things. And I'm like, well, fuck. They got lights and chargers and stuff built in. I'm like, oh, hell, I might as well just buy one. Hidden drawers are better. I agree. Now, I am not saying that I won't buy those, take all of the electronics out of it, all the hardware, and use it in my own cabinet frame assembly. So I've been known to do that a time or two. Sometimes it's cheaper, more cost effective. It's more cost effective to get one of those cheaply made junks from wherever, take all the hardware out of it that you want, and throw the rest in the burn pit and put that into your own stuff. Like that had a lock for the drawer. It had the slides. It had the charging hardware, the lighting, like had all that stuff in it. And I'm 99% sure that I could take all that out, put it in my own creation. Probably cheaper than I could buy all that crap for. Little ice cold water on the grounds drop to the bottom. Hell yeah. Listen, I may or may not have messed up a French press a time or two. All right, that ice water trick works. I had a cheap old French press, and I blew the screen out of it, and it no longer pushed grounds out. Oh, I'm sure, but I don't know if I can beat the price. I mean, maybe on Temu. Maybe I'd probably buy 1,000 sets of it on Temu for fucking 25 cents. It might get here in 7 years, but it'll be cheap. Build some into the headboard. What, the hidden drawers? So, have you guys ever seen the headboards where people make and you push in a panel and like a shotgun drops down? I'd really like to make one of those. Also, I mean, I'm going to be building a new bed frame here shortly. So I say shortly, loosely. Maybe building a new bed frame. It's going to have some additions that, if you know, you know. But, but if you don't know, they're just for decoration. So I may actually take that opportunity to build the panel dropper thing. I don't know how that would work. There's got to be some kind of a lock on it because the last thing that I would want is somebody hitting the headboard and having a 12 gauge smack him in the face or something. That might be. I think I'm finally getting it. Papa might be getting it. He might be getting it. When I start building it, you guys are going to know. Some of you are going to be like, see what you did there. And other people are going to be like, why'd you put that there? That seems silly. Why would you put that on a bed? Split into the EMT. See, what happened was. Right? So there's got to be some sort of a. Oh, getting the file transfer. Oh, okay. There's got to be some sort of a mechanism there that it doesn't just push in and drop down. You've got to do something else to get it to unlatch. Right? Or if you're just sleeping and you fucking throw your arm up, you get it 12 gauge smack you in the head. That wouldn't be no good. Sunglasses ready. All right. I need to put this stuff up off the concrete. Because concrete is porous. And I don't want any of my wood sitting on the concrete, soaking up any potential moisture. We're going to set this over here so they're nice and square and I don't have to worry about them falling down. Nobody comes in here but me. All right. Emergency brake box for sunglasses. What's up, Coyote? How you doing? We got our top layout figured out. You know what? While I'm finishing this, I could spray some more rubbing alcohol on this if you guys want to see the general idea of what it'll look like. Probably the prettiest part of the entire thing is the top, which, I mean, that's probably how it should be. There's a general idea of what it's going to look like with finish on it. In case of emergency break, it's just got a pair of sunglasses in it. A welding helmet. Pretty good here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So the website will be going live shortly. I expect to see just everybody there soon. If you want to get an email notification when the website does go live, go to elegantwoodcraft.com, put in your email there, and it'll add you to my email list. I will not spam you. You will not get monthly emails. You won't get weekly emails. You'll get periodic emails, maybe. All right. I hate spam mail. And I hate getting marketing emails, so I won't do that to other people. But what I'm going to do is anybody who's on that email list, you'll get an email that the website is live. Well, as soon as I make it live. What's the website that's going live? Mine. elegantwoodcraft.com. I deserve a break. Good night, Suzanne. My dog is loaded and ready to go. You feel lucky. I like it. Pardon me. Excuse me. Goodness. I was going to put it up live for pre-orders for some stuff about now, but I'm not going to. You got Christmas coming up, and I don't want to make anyone feel like they got to take away from, their kids or whatever to purchase a shirt or something. I don't want to do any of that. So we won't go live until after Christmas. That's when the pre-order stuff will pop up, and that pre-order will be there'll be short time things. Still going to be like 4 to 6 weeks for delivery, but all the other print on demand stuff will be live. Yep. Chaos Twins merch will be up for the new year. That's the first thing that's going to be on pre-order is the Chaos Twins stuff, so that I'm not, buying a boatload of it for no reason. And then I got it sitting around here with 14 different shirts that are extra small that nobody wears. My cutting boards are Bex. How big's your cutting board? I go about 12.5 inches wide, and then I usually go around 18 inches or so long. They vary a little bit. They're not always exact. But they're smaller. They're shallower than 13 inches. And they fit. I used to have a box out here that was the maximum size that I would. Here it is. All right. All right. The maximum size cutting board you're going to get is 12 by 17. And it'll be between 1.75 inches to 2.5 inches, depending on what I'm feeling froggy like, or how froggy I'm feeling. I usually go with, where's my tape measure? I'm usually right around 1.75 inches thick. The price on those is $75 plus shipping. Which I only ship those via FedEx because I don't ship anything through USPS anymore since nothing ever gets delivered. So I have these FedEx. If it fits, it ships boxes, which costs, I think it's like $25 to ship it or $20 to ship it. $100 and you get a butcher block cutting board anywhere in the country. Now I am doing another size. The size is slightly smaller. It's a little thinner. It's overall the same. It's just cut down a little bit. So it's a little thinner. It's a little shorter, and a little front to back is smaller, left to right smaller, top to bottom smaller. I don't know what I'm gonna price those at yet. But they'd probably be around the $50 mark. 40 or $50, something like that. Be a good size for a camper. The one you have? Yeah. Now, I make my boards one style and one style only. If you want something custom, like you want it all out of black walnut, then the price goes up, right? But if you want just one of my standard boards, I have a standard price. That's all going to be on the website. But the reason that my boards are so cheap is because I don't agree with the charging people $300 for a simple cutting board. Right? There's nothing fancy about it. It's all edge grain boards glued together, big and thick. Yes, it takes time, but I think everybody should be able to have something nice and high quality without breaking the bank. All right. And if it helps people stop using plastic cutting boards, I'm all about it. All right. I call that a win. I mean, you still should cut raw chicken and stuff on a plastic board or a glass board or something, but for small workspace, yeah. I'm gonna have to. I don't know what I did with my paper. I had a note with the size of that board, so I'm gonna have to measure it one day. I need to get pictures of your two boards, Chaos Twins, because I thought I took pictures and I don't know where they are. Goodness, I got the hiccups. Sorry. I thought I took pictures of them and I apparently did not, or I accidentally deleted them because I don't have the pictures. It makes me sad. Take pictures, my wood. Yes. They got to be good pictures, not Stephanie pictures. All right. You got to clean your camera lens before you take pictures. Maybe. All right, Woodlot. I have made a couple of very big boards in edge grain style, my style. And let me tell you, they are more complicated than just gluing up smaller ones and being done with it. Because you have so much work area that you're gluing and trying to clamp up and then keep everything flat. It's a lot of effort. I'm gonna get it when you get back. Am I? What am I getting? Bread? Muffins? Tortellini? Now, Woodlot, you may forced into Christmas everything. Of course I am. Woodlot, you may have much better luck or a much easier time at doing it in like a batch like that. I did not enjoy making oversized boards, and the cost was definitely not worth it. Also, I tied up like most of my clamps to do a couple of boards. It was ridiculous. Oh, it was so much work. And then the guy wasn't sure he wanted them, and I was like, "Nah, fuck you. You're either getting them or you're never getting anything from me again. Like this is non-optional." And then he told me he wanted one of them with a juice groove, which is a fucking waste. All right, juice grooves are stupid, and I refuse to put them on most things. And he wanted one without. And then he decided he wanted to put a juice groove on the other one, and he never brought me the board. And then he had somebody else put the juice groove on and fuck the board up. I'm like, well, that's no longer my problem. My warranty is now void. It's null and void. You no longer get a warranty from me. He had somebody else touch my wood. $60-inch on a lathe? What kind of fucking lathe do you have? Jesus. Holy shit. Fucking 60 inches? That's like 30 inches from the center point? That's a hell of a lathe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's a normal lathe. I have no idea. My lathe is like this big. It came in a box that FedEx dropped off at my UPS, I think, dropped it off at my house. And I had to sign for it, which is fucking annoying, but tis what it is. Only approved wood touchers, right? Only approved wood touchers allowed. But it is almost 10 o'clock. You guys got 9 more minutes with me, and we're calling her a night. So get your jokes in now. Chop, chop. Hand built. Oof. In a fire. That's unfortunate. Man, that would have been something to see. The biggest lathe I've ever seen was one. I mean, it was massive. It had to weigh a metric ton. They would put whole logs on it. I'm talking like logs. They'd stick it on this thing and it would spin it, and the lathe wouldn't run across the floor. That's right. Thanks, Woodlot. Also, what's wrong with my wood, Woodlot? Huh? My wood ain't good enough for you to touch? But they would turn some amazing stuff out of that. Look at you're putting a fucking tree on a lathe and then just going at it with some cutters. Like it was impressive to watch. I would never do it because I'd be terrified. All made out of figured maple. Nice. Wish I brought better snacks. Well, that's the way it goes, Steph. You You have snacks and you're like, I don't really feel like that. I don't really want that. I'm not feeling that. Except for Munchos and butter cheesy puffs. Those are always top tier snacks. What up, Germany? How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in, man. Or woman. I don't know, whatever the fuck you are. Sam? I'm going to call you Sam. Or maybe your name's Sherry. Samurai Sherry. Sharif? I don't know what the hell your name is. I'm going to call you Sam. All right? That work for you? Works for me. We're going to go with it. You have Ken's shop for your snacks. Right? How was her, Henrik? That's a hell of a last name. I'll call you Henrik. Imagine never touching another man's wood. You know what? If you can't make your own wood stuff, you don't deserve it. You can't. Oh my goodness. There's so many ways I can go with that. I'm trying to be good. Trying to be good. Ms. Potts. What are you doing? What are you doing, Miss Potts? Look, I have blocks with holes. I can't make my own wood stuff. That's because you're not a man. You're not a man, Steph. You're allowed to have the wood. Help me out. Merry Christmas, Henrik. Merry Christmas. Allowed to have it. Stay in your lane. What lane am I supposed to stay in? No, you're not talking to Steph. She does this. There's a reason she's never allowed to drive. On a 6-month project. Listen here, Zyro. Forcing on me. Listen, Steph. You know you want my wood. Kinky wood. God damn. Feel like I have to force my wood on you or you won't take it. Oh, the lathe was maple. Oh, damn. All right, well, that makes sense. No, I was asking for your wood. You are. You are. You were all over me about the last wood thing I made. Not the last one, the one before that. The last time I gave you my wood. It's illegal. No, it's not, Zyra. It's perfectly legal if you squint. That moment he knew he fucked up. That was special wood. Oh. She only wants the special wood, not the just ordinary wood. Playing with all my little wood pucks that I have over here. Oh goodness. You guys are a great time. Twice a year special wood. I'm allergic to cheap. Good thing nothing I make is cheap because I have a very high hourly rate. So my wood is always expensive. Did Harry Potter touch that thing? Yes. Magic wood. I like that you can still see the curl in those, even without it being sprayed with alcohol. The smile stuff is actually working. Hot damn. That's how I got that issue. You're welcome, buddy. This thing only takes you a couple of minutes. Couple? Couple is a lot. You fucking hell. I'm a busy man. I ain't got time for a couple. Got to get that wood done and delivered. Oh man! So you move on to the next project. Oh damn! This is gonna get me in trouble. I'm never getting muffins again. Package delivered. Here. Well, look at the time. Look at the time. Reclaimed wood for furniture, fresh wood for cutting boards, and finer stuff. Oh yeah, reclaimed wood is amazing for furniture. But look at the time; it's 10 o'clock. Did you get your wood? You're lucky, man. I know it. She works me like a dog, but she does love to touch my wood. Wood lot. Look at the time. Y'all have a great night. I appreciate you for coming in and hanging out with me. I will see you all again in other streams or on Thursday around 6:30-ish p.m. Eastern. And it'll be we'll probably be on about this long. We're going to work on getting that assembled, glued up. So, have a great night. I appreciate y'all. Papa, if you need anything, shoot me a snap. Have a great night, everyone.